Now, welcome along to TGP2. You should be able to hear me now. I've been speaking to myself that whole qualifying lap, and turns out I have my mic on mute. Well, not on mute, I had the setting off. So, that was a great qualifying lap from Jordan, but now it is the race for the Russian Grand Prix. It is Jordan on pole. Has a 2-point gap to Jack Craig, and it is lights out and away we go for the Russian Grand Prix. You can see the cars tentatively getting away. I do believe they're all on intermediate compound of tyre, and indeed they are. So Jordan leads Merlin Eyeing from Jack. It's all going to get very twitchy heading down into turn 1. You see a few cars looking to make a move, but there goes Jack on Jordan right around the outside. Car runs wide, a lot of cars going wide. Jack, I believe, will take the lead of the Grand Prix here. Maybe he did cut the circuit to try and gain that, so Jordan won't be happy with it. Merlin Eyeing in the Toro Rosso's gone away wide. There's cars all over the place. Oh, Williams is losing control, Racing Point's losing control.
It is tricky out here, Jesus Christ, I'm all over the place.
But Alston with a fantastic start up into 6th place behind Dom Smith. I think he's going to make quick work with him. Indeed he is, and into 5th place goes Alistair then, so the poor qualifying. Trying to make up with it then in the Grand Prix. Next car ahead of him will be Smokey J's, but Jordan then did retain the lead. You can just see the cars aquaplaning all over the place. Jack, can't speak, has a bit of front wing damage that will hamper you in the wet. You need downforce, and there goes M-Ship up the inside. Maybe Jack turned in on him a bit there. I do believe he did. That was Smokey J's.
Great start for Alistair. Full wets for Hoffner. Not a bad shout, to be fair.
Hoffner then is on the wets. See you there on the tyre graphic. But M-Ship now under pressure from Smokey J's, who we know is quick and talented. He won't want to waste any time behind this Renault. He'll want to get past as quick as he can. Will Jack let Alistair by if he has damage? M-Ship was almost let Smokey J's by. I believe Alistair's passed, indeed he is. Alistair goes past his teammate. So M-Ship then has now been overtaken by Smokey J's, and Alistair into 4th. This is exactly what he wanted and needed, but Chris Johnson then down there struggling. You see the car struggling to get the grip on the car. Alistair's been re-overtaken by his teammate due to complaining off the circuit. But Chris has pitted then. A few cars into the pit. I don't know if that's for damage or for the wet compound. But a few cars then coming into the pit lane. Ship then completely missing turn 1 and getting a 3-second time penalty for it.
Lee Hoffner's about to get 6th, I think.
Lee Hoffner then on the back, and Smith on the rear! Oh, the rear had other ideas there. Erlerein then, he's trying to recover from 2nd place. He's now 8th after that start. Not great for him, he was off into turn 3. Alistair having a look at his teammate. Thinks better off it. Lee Hoffner on the back of Dominic. He can't get past either. But Alistair now pretty much pushing his teammate through here. It is. It looks very tricky out there. You can see the spray, the puddles. F1 cars do not like puddles. He's all over the back of him now. Kong Hoffner's been given a penalty. He's the driver on the inters.
Oh, great move, Alistair.
So he's pitted, and I've missed that. Alistair's up the inside. Dominic, was it a good move?
Fantastic. Just went for it. Elite shots caught out. Alistair up the inside. Don't see many overtakes there. Alistair into P4.
Well, he is improving his driving style. He's becoming more aggressive. And maybe we missed it there, but maybe that was a case of him doing that. But now he's got to get the head down. He's got to pull away. Dom's gone wide. Lee Hoffner then flies up the inside of the Scuderia Ferrari. The buckle very deep to the camera, couldn't keep up with him. Lee Hoffner into 6th, and now can he set sights on Jack Craig in the Alfa Romeo. But Dom then is going to be under pressure yet again from Erlerein. Can he keep that Toro Rosso behind him? Erlerein was so promising at the start of the season, but it sort of all fell away as the season's gone on. So again, not what he would have wanted at all. Had such a good start of the round. Currently 6th in the championship with 127 points. Somewhat 23 off Alistair. And that's a pretty big gap when you're not winning races. For Erlerein then on the back now, and Owen Smith. It will be difficult to overtake in these conditions. See the Toro Rosso's rear going again. Does keep it out the wall. Does keep it out the wall indeed. Yellow flag in sector 1. Not sure who that's for. But it is looking very tricky, the conditions there. But Lee Hoffner all over the back of Jack Craig. So obviously damage. Don't believe there'll be pit stops in this race, so you don't need to pit in the wet conditions if the tyres can make it. Some drivers who started though maybe on Kong Hoffner started on the wet tee box for the intermediates, maybe he made the wrong call there. But Smokey J's now all over the back of Jordan for the lead of this Grand Prix. There goes the Williams, pulls to the right hand side, obviously no DRS. Turning up the battery. Here comes Smokey J. It's very difficult to go around the outside there. The car's not going to want to grip. And he takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Smokey J's then taking the lead off the Russian Grand Prix. But Jordan's going to come back at him here. Good drive from the McLaren.
Would make it 8 winners from 8 races if he wins.
8 winners then from 8 races if he is to cross the line in first. But those two going side by side. Banging wheels. But Smokey J's then does hold on to the position he took a couple corners ago. But Jordan will want to come back at him. Will the rain dry up towards the end, or will it stay wet for the whole race?
10 minutes is drying up apparently. 10 minutes.
10 minutes, not dry up. Then we've kind of seen this in China. What a race that was. A few weeks ago now was China, but some race. We might see that again here today. But Jordan then already falling back from Smokey J's and might fall into the clutches of M-Shape. Alston is now starting to pull away from his teammate, but Lee Hoffner now on the back of Jack. We'll see all cars on the intermediate compound of tyre. You can see there they are the biggest winners and losers. The biggest loser was Erlerein, and the biggest winner was Alston in 4th, who's gained 9 positions. We're only on lap 4. 5.9. So fantastic start then from Alston in P4. You can just see now, you can just see Jack's just not got the cornering speed, downforce, or the lack of it, with that damaged front wing. But he looks a bit more confident than Lee Hoffner in these conditions. And when it comes to the wet conditions, that's all that really matters, is about confidence. Yellow flag into sector 1, not sure who that is for, we'll try and find out.
It's a racing
Dexter's
point.
got past Kong Offner, he's going very slow. Can't believe he has damage there by the looks of it, but Dexter then into 12th. There's a team radio then, don't start thinking about slicks just yet. I believe that was the Ferrari team radio.
Yep.
It was indeed, so Erlenang then on the back now of Lee Hoffner. Jack's been given a time penalty along with Kong Offner, so not great for the Racing Point. It's such a good opening week and it's been up and down since then, but here he comes Erlenang. Thinks better off it, doesn't want to do anything stupid. Oh, he got on the AstroTurf in the rear. You could just see that on board with Erlenang. The rear just didn't have any of it. Now on board with Dominic. Can he come back now at Erlenang? Puts it into mode 3. Pulls to the right hand side. Erlenang goes defensive. Dom goes to the left. Back into the slipstream. And Erlenang then. Dom not happy there. Pick a side. Coming from the Ferrari man. Pick a side. Any side. Erlenang then up into 7th place, and can he now set his sights on 6th place? Lee Hoffner. Ah! Who was that? Oh, Dom's in the wall. Don't reverse onto the circuit.
I couldn't. The car was done. I couldn't control the car. Oh Jesus!
Dom Smith has lost one end plate, I believe. I don't think he's lost it all. But Alistair now on the back of M-Ship to take a podium spot. He's got some good pace at the moment, does Alistair. But Smokey J's absolutely flying out in front now, 4 seconds clear of the championship leader Jordan. Smokey J's down in 14th in the championship, 25 points. Hasn't been here for most of the season, other commitments, which is totally understandable. But now Alistair then, can he catch M-Ship? He makes a wee mistake there, trying to catch Jordan. Now we've seen improvements in Alistair's racecraft. Can he whip it out now to get past the Renault? Maybe his future car for the next season of TGP2. But the Alpha driver can't find his way past just yet. Lee Hoffner still over the back of Jack. Jack doing bits here for his teammate to not allow that Rebel any closer. But Alistair now pretty much pushing M-Ship round the final corner. Can also now get close enough on the straights. He'll have the slipstream, won't have the DRS obviously in these conditions. Yellow flag in sector 3, not sure who that's for. Sure we'll find out. That's one of the drivers will probably tell us later on. But also later on the brakes on M-Ship. Into turn 1 and takes P3. Fantastic move from Alistair and is in to 3rd place. Dominic Smith very happy with that one. He is a fan of Alistair.
Alistair!
Back then from the back of the grid is now on to the podium spots, and can he hunt down the championship leader in Jordan? If he can outscore absolutely everybody in this championship fight, it would be crucial for him. Obviously Smokey J is absolutely flying out in front. I don't think he would catch him even if he was to get past Jordan this lap. 6 seconds to catch. I think that is a bit much, but can he now set his sights on Jordan in that McLaren? Lovely chopper cam on him. But Lee Hoffner then still over the back of Jack Craig, still can't find his way past that Alfa Romeo. Maybe because he's using overtake in those lower gears. You don't want to be doing that. Maybe he's got it in automatic ERS, but I'm not sure if TGP restricts that.
No, you can use heroes.
But M-Ship then dropping behind Alistair, who really is now starting to reel in Jordan. The Alfa Romeo's got some pace at the moment. If he started at the front, maybe he could have been in contention to win this race, but I think Smokey J's is just too quick at the moment. Smokey J's, it's the new fastest lap of the Grand Prix, a 1:47.7. Let's see what Alistair's doing in 2nd place. A 1:48.7. You just see the difference Smokey J's has compared to everyone else. A second quicker than the 3rd place car, who's hunting down 2nd. Just shows the pace that Smokey has. But now this might be the moment where Lee Hoffner finds his way past Jack. Just hasn't got enough into the braking zone. Jack overshoots it though. This could be it now. Dex has found his way past Red Bull Kim as well. Yellow flag into sector 3. Not sure what that's for. But Jack then still holding on to 5th place. Doing an incredible job of wing damage. Lee Hofner gets an incredible run though. This could be it. 5 minutes of light rain. Ferrari team radio then instructing Dominic Smith though what's going to happen next. M-Shep picks up a 3-second time penalty. Jack still holding on, but Alston now on the back of Jordan. Can he, car number 6, can he find a way past the McLaren?
Needs to get through.
If this was real F1 I'd be saying please no. Don't want anything near that McLaren, but he's got to get past. Both pretty similar on ours, 20% the difference really. A few drivers into the pit lane then, Rebel Kim and Kong Hofner. Alistair makes a wee error there, that's going to compromise his whole run into that corner. That's allowed M-Shep on the back of him. I don't think Alistair will be threatened by that at the moment. Yellow flag into sector 1. Kong Hofner's been passed by Red Bull Kim. But Alistair there, I think he's too far back on Jordan to really try anything. But so Lee Hofner pushing Jack round these corners. That Red Bull must be so frustrated he can't find a way past the Alpha. But this could be the moment now. This is the closest he has been coming down this straight. Just hasn't got the straight line speed, that Red Bull. Even with damage, still can't find his way past the Alfa Romeo. Jack holding his ground in 5th. See, it's not stopped. It's not stopped raining yet. He's getting very close now to Jack. Having a look around the outside. Thinks better off it. Does the old switcheroo though. Lee Hofner's got the inside, and I believe is finally ahead of Jack Craig. Still side by side, indeed he is. And Lee Hofner then finally into 5th place. I'm free now to hunt down 4th place M-Shep. But Alston at 4, temps behind Jordan. Jack will be hoping that he can get past to take points over his championship rival, and Alston will be hoping to get past so he can try and get back in this championship fight. Getting closer and closer. Again, just not using overtake on the straights, keeping it in mode 2, which isn't great. It's not going to give you the best top end speed. You see Alston just more confident on the brakes in that Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, mine are pretty bad.
The tyres are pretty bad then now. It's done 8 laps. Most drivers won't be making a pit stop. The only time you'll make a pit stop really is if it's maybe a safety car to get fresher enters. What if you've got damage? Alistair right behind Jordan now, he's pushing him around that corner. This could be the moment we see him get past. Now he's into overtake. You can see the difference it's making. Pulls to the right hand side. Who's more confident on the brakes? Jordan wants a bit there. Alistair has the inside. Covers it off and takes 2nd place from Jordan. But Jordan's going to come back up the inside.
Good luck lapping Kim, Smokey.
Those two still side by side. Kong Hofner's off. Alistair into 2nd place in this rushing Grand Prix. That allows M-Shep now to have a run on Jordan. Now can Alistair try and pull away from this? M-Shep does have penalties, so that is one thing that Alistair needs to remember. But 13 seconds to Smokey J's. Incredible drive so far from him. Alistair now will be wanting to pull away from M-Shep and the likes of Jordan, because Lee Hofner is looking strong, so he won't want to be fighting him come the end of this race. But Jordan will, he'll want to find his way back past M-Shep. Tom Swift some 18 seconds off Baza. Still on the points though, so he'll be happy with the points finish. That is the downfall of Don Smith. He's gone from winning world championships to being happy with points.
No comment.
No comment then from the Ferrari man. Used to be so good back in his day. So there we go then.
Could be worse. Could be Baza.
Could be worse. It could be Baza, who's currently beating you at the moment.
Well, Baza's gone from scoring low points to scoring low points. What a career.
The progress is great. Anyway, earlier 9 then, up behind Jack Craig. Again, refusing to say that PSN. Two up behind then Earl and I. Sorry, up behind Jack. He's got Baz actually closing in on him as well, so Earl and I will want to make quick work of this. I believe it's not stopped raining yet, just the camera. It looked like it had stopped raining. But Alistair currently has a gap to M-Ship. That's exactly what he would have wanted. Sitting in second place, so Earl and I, and then getting closer and closer to Jack. But he's just going to watch that rear. The rear looks very unstable in that tunnel, so you can see the wheel twitching, you see the throttle inputs. That's also not comfortable around that corner at all. So Jordan then currently within a second of M-Ship, 9/10. Separated those two, also has a 1.7 second gap to M-Ship. But Earl and I then starting to catch Jack, and Baza is starting to catch them both. So Baza here could possibly get a P6. Obviously penalties might stop that.
Past Jordan?
I'm not sure who has penalties. M-Ship did get past Jordan a couple of laps ago.
Oh.
I believe it stopped raining.
Yep.
It has stopped raining. Always got to ask, never believe an F1 spectator can't. And Softy knows truly about that one. But there we go then. M-Ship. There's a bit more of a gap. Baza picks up a time penalty. That's not good for him. I don't believe the track will dry in time. But Alistair then, the back of the grid, currently second place now. 2.6 seconds ahead of M-Ship. Very good drive from him. If he was maybe qualified at the front, he could have a chance to win this race. Smokey J's been absolutely dominant. 14.5 seconds the gap. He'll just be hoping, if you watch the F2 series, he doesn't do a Khalifa at Spa. So Lee Hoffner then all over the back of Jordan. Now this is exactly why I said Alistair had to get away, because Lee Hoffner has pace and he's now all over the back of Jordan, and Jordan cannot afford to lose any more places. He would still be outscoring the likes of Chris Johnson and Jack Craig, but he wouldn't be outscoring Alistair, who would close up to those three. I would say four, but Goings isn't going to be here for the rest of the season, so that pretty much rules him out. Yellow flag into sector 2, not sure who that's for, we'll try and find out.
It's Kim. That one just letting everyone through.
Rebel Kim letting everyone through then, but Earl and I now all over the back of Earl and I. He's got to find a way past. There's Rebel Kim letting everyone through. You can see the Haas off to the side. Lee Hoffner now, 2/10 now behind Jordan. This is the battle we're going to watch at the moment. You can see the batteries turned up on the Red Bull. Pulling to the right hand side. Thinks better off it. Doesn't want to take them both out, especially not at this stage of the Grand Prix. You've pushed and pushed and pushed. You don't want to put it in the wall now. It is very simple. The track will now start to be drying, so it will start to be greasy now. Lee Hoffner then struggling to catch Jordan out of the traction zones. Chris Johnson now 3/10 behind them. Sorry, 3/10 behind Dominic.
Oh shit.
Very nice language there from Norm Smith. He makes an error that allows Chris Johnson now up behind them. You can see the damage on that end plate. Dom will fight it. He is a fighter. Lee Hoffner can't quite get close enough at the moment. Erlen Ang's not close enough to really challenge them, but Chris Johnson now all over the back. Dom Smith. Oh, Dommy joining. Chris having to take avoiding action there. But now side by side across the start finish line.
Whoa.
Oh, very close. Dom not happy with that. Side by side, who's going to come out on top here? Very close between these two. And more with Dom Smith later on the brakes. Chris Johnson, I think, has made easy work of that one. Indeed he has. And into B9 he goes. Rather than all over the back of Jack. You want to get this move done nice and quickly. Jack won't want to let him through though. He needs championship points, especially not scoring here.
Oh.
And I'm sure
Justin Hoffner.
it is Jordan now, and Hoffner, he goes, the Red Bull. Thinks better off again. There's not the traction to really try it. Still sticking his nose in there. It's just slow these drivers are going. Like I was going to say, I'm sure the good person that Dom is, I'll get my live championship updates as we go along.
Of course, of course.
Good stuff, that's what you like to see from Dom Smith. So Lee Hoffner now all over the back of Jordan. Jordan won't want to lose another position. He was sitting on pole position at one point, just hasn't had the pace in this race. Lee Hoffner losing the rear, that might have dented his chance now to get past Jordan on this lap. It is now the final lap of this Grand Prix. Lee Hoffner can't quite get past that at the moment, but Baza now. Oh, Erlenau's got past Jack, so Baza now is having a look at Jack. Can't quite get past that at this moment. Oh, Lee Hoffner! Oh, the rear! Oh, what a save that was from Lee Hoffner. That could have put everything in the wall. Chris Johnson picks up a time penalty. So Dom Smith just has to stay within 3 seconds.
No, I got one too.
Oh, well there you go, then that ruins Dom's chance then. Alistair taking the gap down a bit to Smokey J's, but it's only by a second. It's not going to change this Grand Prix. Just the traction of that Red Bull really struggling to get past Jordan.
Well done, Smokey.
Lee Hoffner and Jordan. We're going to have to leave it. Here comes Smokey J's then. Dominant, got past Jordan. And doesn't look back, wins the wet to dry Russian Grand Prix. Alistair from the back of the grid will come home in second. Lee Hoffner and Jordan still side by side. These two absolutely incredible. Jordan, can he hold on? Still side by side. And Lee Hoffner, I think's got him. Lee Hoffner's not got the traction though. Jordan's got the inside of the final corner. Lee Hoffner gets him. Emship drops out off the podium places due to the penalty.
Yes!
Erlen
Go on,
into
Chris,
fifth.
beat Baza.
Jack into sixth. Baza's gone off the circuit. Chris Johnson miles behind though. Baza coming home then in 8th place. Chris Johnson looks like he'll be coming home in 9th. He will be coming home in 9th position. Dom Smith then was looking so promising for him. He'll come home in 10th with Dexter in 11th as Softy puts a massive black box on the stream.
Thanks, Softy.
So there is then your podium for the Russian Grand Prix. A dominant drive from Smokey J's, got first place and didn't look back. Alistair in second from the very back of the grid. He'll be tough with that one. And Lee Hoffner was looking like he was struggling to tame the bull, but he'll come home in 3rd. Very good race then from all 3 of those drivers in very, very tricky conditions.
Out of the penalty, he might have like 17 seconds worth of penalties and drops to 7th. Oh dear.
Yep, there's your final results then for the Russian Grand Prix, and we'll be moving on to Japan. Very
Only
different.
one DNF in that race as well.
Yeah, coming off and then he kept putting it in the wall.
Smokey got past the lap, yeah?
Yes. Smokey did.
Yeah, by a second.
Nice. Oh, shut up! Oh, shut up!
I think
This
TGV1
guy.
is in the waiting. I think TGV1
Needed.
should be waiting. I think it's a beautiful circuit, I just can't do it.
I pray to God it's not wet.
Full wet in Japan.
Smokey, you finished 2 races this season, won both of them. Jesus. Yeah.
50 points though from the 2 races. Maximum points you can take. It's not bad.
Yeah. Points on the way.
Can you? So we now for the final drivers to ready up. You see the countdown then in the top right. So what we'll do now is I'm getting my beautiful live updates by the league's host. Jordan then currently on 193. Jack on 186. Going, so obviously isn't taking part for the rest of the season. Most likely is on 180. Chris on 179. And Alistair now on 168. 25 points separate the top 5. Alistair wins the race there, DNF, and he's right back in there. The likelihood of that happening though is very poor.
Alistair was leading comfortably, had the win in the bag, binned it, and now finds himself 25 points off the championship lead.
Shows the difference. Well, between the consistent drivers and the not consistent drivers. As we're now moving
Very
on
close,
to
isn't it?
Japan.
5 drivers.
Fantastic corners in the circuit. What a season this is turning out to be for TGB2. Spectacular races and a spectacular title fight. Some of those drivers can't turn lights off. But God, it is a fantastic season in TGB2. And it is a privilege to commentate it for you. Of course, I'm an ex-TGB2 champion, don't let that slip through the cracks. F2 runner-up. What more do you want? So, Japan then. Very technical and difficult
race. Oh, wet race.
circuit. Another wet race. Full wet?
Dry to wet, dry to wet. Starts dry, wet at the end.
Dry to wet. So teams like Alfa Romeo who were in a title fight, that's not good for the likes of them. McLaren is not good for them either. I don't believe there's any other constructor fighting.
Oh no.
So you've got the S's going up the hill. You've got Degna 1 and Degna 2. You've got 130. You've got Spoon. Some fantastic corners on this circuit. Turn 1 and 2 downhill off camber. Difficult to get the car slowed down. I struggle in the dry, never mind in the wet. So good luck to you. Qualifying then for the Japanese Grand Prix getting underway, and we'll go with Jack Craig in the Alfa Romeo. He'll take us through a flying lap then off Suzuka. Watch the curves, going up the S's. You don't want to put it into the wall. Can't actually change camera. That's fun. There we go. Jack Craig in car number 9. Fantastic circuit this. Beautiful. If you nail it, it is absolutely gorgeous. Well, no mistake then from Smokey, last time's race winner. He's currently down in 8th at the moment. The Alphas are switching left, right and centre for pole position here. This is going to be close. How far behind is Jordan? Not far behind at all. But the 2 Alphas then. I think it's going to be between them 2 for pole. Who's more daring on the brakes? I do believe Alistair then has found his qualifying form back and is on pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix. A 29.3. Wow, that's a massive gap to his teammate. Obviously those two sweat together. I help them. They find their pace because of me. No, I'm joking. But it's an Alfa Romeo 2-3. It's a McLaren 3-4. Sorry, I said 2-3. It's an Alfa Romeo 1-2. It's a McLaren 3-4. So not what McLaren would have wanted, especially with this rain coming as well. Three tenths then, the gap between the Alfa Romeos. 3 tenths separating the two McLarens as well. 2.2 seconds behind Smokey J. So you can just see there the difference between the drivers that can put a lap together and the drivers that can't. Oh, Smith validating it. Not quite sure.
I was
what
on a
he's done
very
there.
good lap. I think it would have been 4th or 5th.
You were on
at
a good
least.
lap indeed. You were sitting third at one point.
Oh,
Sorry, just to rub more salt in the wounds.
not needed.
For Erlen then, we'll be starting on the hard compound tyre for this Grand Prix. So maybe he's thinking the rain. Will the rain come in the middle or towards the end?
Towards the end. It might not even get into zone.
So maybe he's thinking that the rain will come at the very last couple of laps, and those hards will take him there quite comfortably. But whether it is the right strategy to do, you see some clouds overhead. Yep, don't try to squeeze through a gap that isn't there, Elm Smith.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
That were mine.
For our 8 team radio then. Should only be squeezing into me, sorry.
Sorry?
This is TGP, that's inappropriate. Anyway, moving on to Japan. Awful thirsty, just going to take a wee drink before the lights come on.
Is that Kim in front of us?
Oh,
Not
no.
a sight you want to see, but it's an Alpha 1-2. It's a McLaren 3-4 for Japan. And it's lights out, and away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. Alistair from pole, Jack from second. Jack's got a decent start, but I think Alistair will hold it into turn 1. Did he does, so it's still an Alpha 1-2. McLaren 3-4 by the looks of it. So cars on the back of the Alphas go side by side. Going into the S's, and they think better of that. Chris Johnson's lost a few positions in that as well. But the Alphas go side by side there. Thankfully, one of them backed out of it. Smokey J's has a bit of wing damage, and Erlen off into the gravel. Dom Smith's now trying to find his way past the Williams. Obviously, your winner last time out.
Oh, Smokey! Fucking idiot! Brake man! Oh, fucking hell.
Now that is a bit more explicit Ferrari team radio, but it is. Oh, Jack's been hit by Jordan.
Now, man.
Didn't mean to do that.
Dominic not happy with that at all. Here comes Kong Hoffner now and Jordan. What a start of this Japanese Grand Prix. Curves left, right and centre. Jordan, oh, giving Kong Hoffner the squeeze going into Spoon. Maybe pushed him a bit too wide there. Now Chris, can he have a crack now at Kong Hoffner? Racing Point's actually looking quite slippy in a straight line. He is catching Jordan. Jordan, does he go defensive? No, he doesn't. Into the hairpin. Oh, he's had to take to the escape road and through the gravel. He's taking the Alonso route. Chris Johnson's found his way past Jordan. Not quite sure what went on there. But Chris now in to the podium spot, and he hit him. Deliberately, or?
I think so.
Oh, brilliant.
It's deliberate.
That's what you want to hear, but Bazza then into second place with Kong Hoffner now, all over the back of Jordan. Can he find a way past? Can Jordan find a way back past his teammate? Obviously, these two in a title fight, so Chris isn't going to get out the way. Obviously, this is the penultimate week in TGP2. The final week is next week. There will be some title fight. Chris then, under pressure from his teammate. He's under pressure from the Racing Point of Kong Hoffner. Car number 93. Kong Hoffner gets very close again to the back of that McLaren. But he is starting now to gain on his teammate. Looking confident round here is Jordan. Looking like he's got some pace to give. His boss man Sean, epic qualifier, poor racer, has joined.
I've got wing damage as well from hitting.
Jordan does have wing damage, so decent pace then from Jordan in the early parts of this race. He does have a lot less battery than Chris. I don't think that's what he'll be worrying about at the moment. Can he find a way past his teammate? As Jack's starting to close now in Alistair. Kung Hoffner picks up a penalty. Jack sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. You can see the damage on that McLaren. DRS is now available, Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
Jack then down to 7/10 to Alistair, starting to close in on Alistair then. Obviously he'll want these race wins to pull himself right back into it. Jordan then still trying to put his teammate under a bit of pressure. Yellow flag into sector 1. Lee Hoffner is off. Oh, and there's a Ferrari off as well. That's Dom and Erlenang.
Erlen lagged into me, and then fucking, it's not his fault, it's his lag.
Dom Smith into the wall then. Not the Japanese Grand Prix he would have been open for. Well, here we go then. Battle for third is commencing yet again. Kung Hoffner all over the bat now of Jordan. Don't go for the move there, Kung Hoffner. You know better than that. Oh, they make contact. Jordan has lost control of the car from that. Kung Hoffner is now into 4th place. Dom is retired from the Grand Prix. I don't believe we'll see any sort of BSC or safety car from that. Can Kung Hoffner then find a way past Chris Johnson? So DRS now enabled when the rear wing opens. He's not using it. Sure why. But Jack now 2/10 behind his teammate, looking to find a way past. Smokey J's has been given a 5-second time better for speeding in the pit lane. But the two Alphas now have a bit of a gap to Chris Johnson. They don't need to fight this. They're in a comfortable position. Maybe this could be multi-21.
Oh, this has lost
Oh,
it!
it's just round! He lost it at
He's
the top of the
thrown it
hill.
away. Oh no.
Come on, so reach on the circuit. You'll ghost.
Oh, he's lost it again! And Kim goes through.
He's got
Disaster.
massive wing damage on that Alpha. Not what he would have wanted, and off in through the gravel he goes. Maybe Jack was putting under too much pressure there. They didn't need to get that close. They had the gap. Alistair maybe distracted, checking in his mirrors. I know Jack needs to win, but it is still early days. You had a massive gap to try that later on. And Alistair loses it then on the curb. Now behind Red Bull Kim and has to pit that Alfa Romeo and probably go on to the medium compound of tyres. It's going to be a long pit stop for him. It's going to be a recovery drive. But here comes Dexter now on the back of Baza. He will have DRS on his teammate Will Dexter. But that's what we're talking about. Consistent drivers win championships. Can't quite get close enough at the moment to F1 Baza. Alistair has peeled then into the pit lane. What tyres is he going to
Hoffner's
go
all
on?
over Chris.
Hoffner is all over Chris. Can't find the way past that at this moment, being behind Chris now for 2 to 3 laps. But he is getting closer. Jordan's getting closer as well. I think Alistair just took too much curb on the entry at the top of the hill. But here he comes now, all over the bat now of Chris. This could be it.
Thought about it.
Did think about it indeed. And unfortunately with Dom out, we're no longer
nice
going to hear his
move.
engineer. Dexter's up the inside of Baza. Shep is
Matt
up the
Shepherd
inside of
too.
Baza. It is roasting, that's to turn the heating off. So Baza will not be happy with that one at all.
Hoffner's got a good chance here on
Kung
Chris.
Hoffner now all over the back of Chris. This is it surely. Round the outside, a 130R. Does make it stick. Will Chris come back at him though, going into the chicane? Thinking better off it. This is what I was saying, the Alphas, they didn't need to sit that close. Even if they swapped the other way around.
What?
Here comes Chris though on Kong Hoffner. Pulls to the right hand side and Ray overtakes the Racing Point into turn 1. Still side by side these two. Kong Hoffner backing out of it. Thinks better off it. Alistair then has now rejoined in P11 behind Spooky James. What tyre has he gone on to? He's gone on to the mediums. So now he's just got to push to the end and make as many positions up as he can. Kong Hoffner losing the rear. Gets the run on Chris Johnson. Oh! Jordan's round!
Unfortunate for Jordan there. Hoffner and Chris Johnson just came together and Jordan couldn't do anything about it. Championship leader down in 7th now.
Couldn't do anything about it at all. Chris maybe a bit too aggressive then on Kong Hoffner. Bit stupid though to go around the outside at Techno 1 and 2. Chris Johnson told Kong Hoffner what he thought of that one. 3.8 now the gap between first and second. Can he find his way back past the McLaren? Heading up the hill into 130 yard. That Racing Point is looking slippy in a straight line. You see the time he's gaining already on Chris Johnson.
Little Jack Pitt from the lead.
Jack Craig then coming around the final corner. He stays out. Chris now under pressure. He comes into the pit box. Kong Hoffner staying out, so he's going to do the overcut. Dexter staying out. M-Ship staying out. These are all on medium compound tyre. What will Jordan do? Don't believe you'll pit, especially with Chris Johnson in there. He stays out as well, so not what he would have wanted. Where will Chris Johnson now rejoin? He'll want clean air. The next car would be Erlen Ang on the hard compound. It's comfortably beating him at the pit lane, so clean air for Chris Johnson. So Dom Smith retired from the Grand Prix. What went wrong?
Wasn't my best race to be honest. Lap 1, went movably inside of Smokey. Unfortunately, we came together. Lap 2, Erland's fortunate again. He was lagging, so his car lagged into mine. And one round I went again after Romeo. Just seen the fastest lap being set by Alistair. Where can he fit in this race, Aiden?
He's got the clean air. He will be pushing for it now.
Could still get a 7th or 8th, I suspect.
Yeah, M-Ship's got past Dexter.
As long as he gets some points, M-Ship has now found his way past Dexter. Obviously, those mediums will be a lot better than those worn softs at the moment. Don't suspect Dexter to come back at him, but even penalties might push Alistair up the grid. As we can see M-Ship picking one up as well.
Not his first as well.
I do believe Jack will come into the pit lane this time around. Jack is peeling into the pit lane. Will Kong Hoffner follow? Kong Hoffner will follow. So M-Ship now will take the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix, but yet to make a pit stop. He sped the pit lane.
Sped in the pit lane. Deary dear.
Jordan now will come in this time around. So it'll be interesting to see what Alistair is in comparison to these two, as he was obviously ahead of them before he spun. Alistair now just approaching 130 yards, so has lost a lot of time to these guys. Really has lost a lot.
Oh! Kim's come out just ahead of Jack Craig, and that's the last thing Jack Craig needed.
Oh, he
Kim's
has
racing him, I
ghosting.
think Jack Craig. He's now got through.
He didn't have to get out of the way, Kim. They were obviously racing.
Kong Hoffner's got Erland in front of him, but he's now overtaken him, so he's back into 6th. And Smokey came out ahead of Jordan, so that's bad news for Jordan.
Yeah, it's not great at all. So the Williams then up into 9th place. Alistair then still
again,
outside the point, so again, not what he would have wanted at all. But obviously, people yet to make their pit stops. As you can see there on the graphic on the left hand side. 4 cars yet to stop of M-Ship, Baza, Erlen Ang, and Rebel Kim, all on the medium compound tyre, except from Erlen Ang, who opted for the hard compound in qualifying. Which is a strange one. But Chris Johnson, he'll want to get past the Haas of Rebel Kim as quick as he can. He should make light work of it as well, should Chris Johnson.
Chris is 14 points off the title lead going into this race. He's about to gain a few on Jordan as things stand, so Chris could find himself within points of Jordan going into Mexico.
Exactly what he wants as well. You want to be clawing in the gap going into the final week. You don't want to claw back a massive gap in the final week. He should make easy work here of Red Bull Kim. I don't think Kim will race him, as they are not really racing each other. Indeed he doesn't, Kim lets him go. Different races, M-Shep has finally opted to pit.
Baz has spun it from the lead. He's lost it. It was inevitable. Barry couldn't believe he was leading the race. He was like, hang on a minute. Is my game broke? He looked up, saw he was leading, and spun it. And now
Oh, Jack! Oh! Jack almost done what Alistair done.
Jack nearly spun right in front of me.
Jack almost done what Alistair done. That'll be a wake-up call for the Alpha driver. He'll have Chris Johnson hunting him down, hopefully. I see a nice little scrap for the lead of this race. Alistair 6 seconds behind Jordan, currently P11. Currently has the fastest lap of this Grand Prix, I believe. So if he wants that point, he's going to have to get inside the top 10. He does, a 1:32.2. That's one more fastest lap then off the fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
Jordan will need to clear Smokey.
Yep,
within a second now.
Past him as quick as he can. No flag in the 2, not sure what that's for. Kong Hofner has gone off in the racing point. That's going to cause Erlenang and Dexter to slow down. They're all now going to be racing towards 1:30R. Erlenang yet to make a pit stop. Here comes Kong off now. He can't do what Alonso did, can he? Tries it. Hasn't got the grip. Takes the move though. That's raised some eyebrows in the steward's room. That will definitely be raising some eyebrows in the steward's room. But Jordan now, all over the back of Smokey J's. Not bothering to use the slipstream from the Williams. Red Bull Kim and Baz into the pit, so that promotes Alistair now into the points and into P9. But Jordan now all over the back of Smokey J's. Williams versus McLaren. Mercedes power versus Renault power.
Oh, Smokey's lost it, and Jordan goes through into 7th. Thank you very much. Smokey lost the back end.
That will do it.
The McLaren.
That will do it. Dexter all over the back of Erlenang. Everyone has stopped apart from Erlenang, who's at 9 laps on those hards. This is currently at the moment the closest battle on track. That Mercedes then getting closer to the Toro Rosso. Can he find his way past those tyres? Will be finished now. Surely on Erlenang, the hards will definitely be starting to go. Here comes Dexter, sorry. I think it's better off at 1:30R. Maybe wait for the DRS straight. Chris Johnson now sits the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, goes a 10th quicker than Alistair's lap.
He's catching Jack as well. The gap's down to a 2.5 seconds.
Erlenang finally pulling in. It is down to a 1.5 seconds. So those two then, will we see a late dash from Chris Johnson to try and catch that Alfa Romeo. Erlenang is into the pit, so that will now promote Alistair into P8. And I believe that's the highest he will get in this Grand Prix. I don't think he'll get any higher than that. The off goes out of the Grand Prix. 1.8 now, 1.8 seconds the gap to Jack Craig. Happening to Russian Matango, so it lasts to the end of this race. Pretty thirsty now. So Jordan now all over the back now with Dexter, starting to really make his way back through the field after that incident with Kong Hofner at Degna 1.
Oh, there's a racing point off. It's Hofner.
It's Kong Hofner again.
Come on.
He's had a disastrous race. 3 incidents, 3 spins.
That will promote Alistair into P7, so that might be now the highest he'll get in this Grand Prix.
Oh, he's just deliberately slammed into the
And
wall.
Smokey J's, I think, has got a 6-second penalty, which would put Jimenez ahead, would it? Sorry, 9 seconds penalties.
It would at this moment. Andy not happy with Dom Smith.
What?
For the Grand Prix, Dom tweeted, Alistair to win this one, thinking face, and Dom has gone, that's it Dom, put a curse on the man.
Bloody hell.
Chris Johnson picking up a penalty, that's not going to help his chances. Smoky J starting now to catch Jordan on the rear, that Williams looking very unstable. But can't Jordan now find his way back past Dexter. Just not quite close in the fact at the moment. Might get a good run through 130 on the final chicane.
As long as Matt doesn't get another penalty, he will get the podium. One more penalty and he drops 3 places. So he needs to be careful.
Definitely cost him in Russia. Definitely did cost him in Russia.
Chris is only less than a second off Jack now. Has he made a mistake?
Chris does have a penalty though. I'm not sure if Jack does. We'll get Dominic Smith on the scene.
Jack does not have a penalty.
He doesn't.
So unless he makes a mistake, you should get the win.
Jordan got a penalty.
Now all over the back.
What?
That's Mercedes of Dexter.
There's a glitch on the screen, guys. There's a glitch on the screen. Let's not take notice of that. Let's not take notice of that.
So
Matt
Jordan
is taking the fastest lap.
not sure we'll award that point, but like when Kubica got driver of the day, we'll just take it off him. So Jordan then all over the back now with Dexter heading through to Degna 1 and Degna 2. Can he find a way past that Mercedes?
Oh.
Much better launch on the McLaren. That camera's been munched. Here comes Jordan. Can't
Chris is
quite
2
find-
tenths off Jack as well at the front. He's all over him.
Jack has a full battery though. Maybe that's why he was lacking in pace. Chris, even if he wins the race on the road, I believe he will lose it.
When you go for the move, he is.
He is going for it. So Chris
There you
will
go,
win the
Dom.
Japanese Grand Prix on the road. Maybe gambling that Jack has a penalty, so Chris will win on the road. Jack will win through penalties though. M-Ship at the moment, I think, will actually hold on to this position unlike Russia. And will come on with third, but it's all Dexter, Jordan and Smokey. Alistair's really closed into these guys, so he might be able to pick up a few scraps. Where will he put that Alpha?
Yeah, Smokey's got a 5-second penalty. Alistair should take it.
Alistair
He
gets
does.
P6 then, so a decent recovery drive from him, but he was leading this Grand Prix. I feel that we've said that far too many times this season.
Well done, Basil.
Kong Offner then struggled at this
Remember
Grand
my
Prix.
extra point, Dom.
Yeah, you're getting it.
Rebel Kim then, the only driver not to score. That finished.
Well, hello everyone.
Hey,
Hello,
Sean.
Sean.
Oh.
Good to see I'm finally here for something.
Hey.
Then there's your podium then for the Japanese Grand Prix. I love how it's showing an English flag over Jack.
American?
Oh, it's not, it's Chris Johnson, oops, sorry.
Mexico.
Ah, next.
And I'll get my own AWS insights from Dom Smith in a bit. And I can tell them to you. Dom Smith, far better though than AWS. Starts actually mean things. So there then is the results from the Japanese Grand Prix. Jack taking home his first win of the night. Chris Johnson second, so good for them. With Jordan not scoring. Disappointing for Alistair leading this Grand Prix. Took too much curb and spinning around. So a decent recovery drive from the back of the grid again to P6. Baza with the fastest lap point is 7.
Just though.
Yeah, just Alistair almost clinched it back. So did Dexter, I believe. Sorry,
And
not
Matt,
Dexter,
he was only
M-Shep.
100
Yeah.
off.
Oh yeah, Matt was really close.
New championship leader.
So now we're moving on to Mexico. So moving on now to Mexico, we have a new championship leader in Jack Craig with 211 points, only 3 ahead of the McLaren of Jordan with 208, Chris 197, Josh 180 and Alistair 176. I do believe Alistair now is all but out of it. It would need a massive ask from Alistair in this race and the final 3 races, which are next week, to really have a chance. He's let so many chances slip through his hands, race wins or podiums. 7 pole positions, I believe, this season, and only 1 race win to show for it. But now we are moving on to Mexico. We didn't see the rain in Japan. There was rain meant to be scheduled, but we didn't see it. Well, we see some rain here in Mexico.
Fucking hell, no.
It is full wet for qualifying.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm joking, it's dry. It's dry.
Nice sunny race.
Dry race, yeah?
Yep.
Let's wait now for the final drivers to ready up. See a few flags there. See a Finnish one. That's about all I can make out. I see a European one. I see Mexico. There we go then. Qualifying for the Mexico Grand Prix. No, because no one's from there. We'll go with Dom Smith again for the second time tonight. But under a bit of pressure. He'll take us through a flying lap of Mexico.
Oh, bollocks. Get off me. I can't cope with the pressure.
Here we go. Dom was setting up a provisional pole there for turn 1, 2 and 3. You can see Dom Smith then. Decent qualifying lap so far from him. You don't want to invalidate it through the middle sector. Very easy to do.
Ah!
Currently P8 at the moment.
That's good for me.
Lee Hoffner and Alistair squabbling for pole position here. Jordan's thrown himself into the hat. I do believe it's going to be his second pole in a row and possibly his 8th of the season. It is Alistair on pole, Dom Smith then on 8th place. So Dom Smith, how was that?
I was not a fan of the circuit, gotta say, probably the worst of the year for me. So, P8, can't be disappointed with that.
Can't be disappointed with that. I was a bit worried heading into Mexico because I messed about with Alistair's setup when we were doing a sweat session. I put 11 wings on, so I was kind of hoping he hadn't saved that, and it's evident that he hasn't. And is taking pole position here at Mexico. 2 tenths ahead of Jordan, 9 tenths ahead of his teammate Jack Craig. Lee Hoffner 4th, Kong Hoffner 5th, the two brothers Chris Johnson is 6th. Dexter 7th. Dom Smith 1.9 off the pace in P8. Erlen Ang on the medium compound 2.5 off. And you see that all the drivers there that invalidated their lap times all down at the bottom. That is strict and one-shot qualifying for you. It punishes you. But here we go then, we look at the same grandstand again. And all the crowds copying each other. Getting ready now for the lights to come on here in Mexico as the final teams and drivers doing their final preparations out of this 25% race, and the final race of the night in the penultimate week of TGP2. People like Dom Smith, or the people who invalidated their lap times, will get mega slipstream down into turn 1, but it's Alistair from pole. 5 lights. Lights out, and away we go for the Mexican Grand Prix. A decent start there from Jack Craig, a decent start from Jordan, already pulling alongside the Alfa Romeo. Down into turn 1, they're all slipstreaming each other, keep it clean. It's all very long into turn 1. Later on the brakes was Alistair. Holds the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix, Jack into second. Fantastic start then from Alfa Romeo. Well, Alistair wins this. He might just be back in it. Some way off it though. You can see some drivers in the background now. That's Jordan now on the back of Colin Hoffner. He'll want to get some payback on him. He'll want to pass him nice and quickly. That's a Ferrari going up the inside. Some drivers not happy there. Dom Smith, I think, has found his way past the Mercedes. They're still side by side.
Oh, nice.
Got him shit behind, and I believe Dexter's held on to that.
Chris
is off. Where's he going to rejoin? He's not going to rejoin on the circuit, so that's good for them. Dom Smith now under a bit of pressure. Chris dropping down to 9th, 14th even, that's good for them. Him shit on the outside of Dom Smith. Good move, and now Bossman Sean on the back of them. This is a nice wee battle here for P6. Alistair out in front, then Jordan on the back of Colin Hoffner. Very long straight here, can he find any way past? Not at this moment in time. Smokey's pitted, I believe he has damage to that Williams.
Oh, side by side.
Oh, the 2 Ferraris. Don't do a Brazil, please. Keep it clean. Bossman Sean then has found his way past Dom Smith. Dom Smith can't back it, Bossman Sean though. Erlen Ang on the slower tire, he won't want to fall behind him. Dom Smith off again, keep it within the track limit, Sunshine. Colin Hoffner then, under pressure from Jordan, who's under pressure from Lee Hoffner. Bit of a gap to Dexter behind. But the top 5 now, separated by less than 3 seconds even. Jack getting now quite close to his team as we come through the stadium section. Yellow flag into sector 2, I believe Rebel Kim has been passed by Chris. Alistair still leading this Mexican Grand Prix as we start lap 3 and enable DRS. Colin Hoffman then, he was slipping in a straight line in Japan, doesn't look as quick this time around. I do believe Lee Hoffman has got past Jordan, indeed he has. Jordan losing another place. This isn't good for them, especially with Jack Craig now taking the lead of the Drivers' Championship. I'm hoping Alistair won't let him through. I'm hoping Alistair will still fight, because he can get back in this. You can see there the top 5 all close. Even 6th and 7th are now catching these guys. Incredibly compact field at the moment. It's first down to 7th. Oh, within a second of each other. Absolutely brilliant from these guys. It might be single file, but but it is good racing from them. Can any of these guys now find a way past us with now DRS enabled? Alison with a lot more battery as well than Jack, so that's good for him. DRS now enabled. It's a poor run there for Colin Hoffner. That might allow his brother Lee Hoffner now to have a go at him. Fast up the Grand Prix from the Red Bull as well. He opens the DRS. Jack's gaining though on Alistair for the lead of the Grand Prix. Alistair goes defensive, making Jack go the long way round. Alistair 2 Alphas side by side. Jack takes the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. Alistair can't hold him back. Can he come back at him though? Jack will have the DRS down the way straight. Alistair though I believe is coming back at his teammate here. Jack goes defensive. Oh, there goes Cog off on Jack! Didn't even see the racing point. Very late move there. They're like 4 wide. Alistair's lost out massively. He's down to P3 now. Almost P4. Trying to get past Kong Offner now. I didn't even see that racing point. Who has damage, and he's held up Alistair through the middle section. This is not what he would have wanted. He doesn't want Jack to get away from him. That allows Lee Hoffner now to get past the Alfa Romeo. And he's put him into the wall. Lee Hoffner's put him into the wall. Alistair will be fuming with that one.
Whoa.
The whole front wing is gone. And that is his championship fight over. He is out of it now for this season.
5th, 6th, 7th.
But now 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all in this now. Kong Hoffner comes into the pit lane. So Alistair will be fuming now with that Red Bull driver Lee Hoffner. Bossman Sean though on the back of M-Ship, who's gaining on the Merc. Jordan doesn't think about the move. Oh! M-Ship very late there in the braking zone. Bossman Sean not happy with that one at all. Dexter and M-Ship now going at it. Jordan now and Lee Hoffner, we're going to have to go to that one. 2nd and 3rd. He's turned in on him. Lee Hoffner looking very aggressive in this Grand Prix. Alistair's pulled into the pit lane. I wonder what tyre he'll put on. Stick the graphic on just to find out what tyre he goes on to. He has gone on to the medium compound of tyre. So Jack then leading this Grand Prix. This is good for him. Bossman Sean has found his way past M-Ship, who's been overtaken by Dexter as well. So that 5 of 18 of this Grand Prix. Had a slide down from the Renault driver. Nice man.
Tires, I hit the jump.
Tyres elsewhere.
No. Can Jordan now find his way past Lee Hoffman? He will have DRS. We've got absolutely no battery available.
Jordan needs to get through.
And currently that is Bossman Sean being overtaken by Dexter. An absolute breeze for the Mercedes. Jordan gets a 3-second time penalty. So Jack at the moment is in cruise control. Here comes Bossman Sean now on the back of the Mercedes yet again. Can't find his way past Dexter at the moment. Oh, losing the rear. The rear not happy with that one at all. Nice chopper cam on Bossman Sean. You don't get it with Dom Smith though.
Oh, you put me off again.
Now you know how we feel.
Oh, shut up.
But Lee Hoffner then, can he set sights on Jack? He's got the gap down now to 0.7 of a second. He picks up a 3-second time penalty. Oh, he's starting to catch now, and so is Jordan. Jack pulls into the pit lane then on lap 6. So everyone else will now be doing the overcut on him. Jordan now gaining on Lee Hoffner. This time he's got a bit more battery to use. Goes to the left hand side and takes the lead of this Grand Prix. Lee Hoffner having to settle behind the McLaren. And Dominic is in the pit lane in P9. He tells driver to leave the pit box. Alistair then all over the back now with Red Bull. Kim, you'll find a way past He'll want to anyway, as quick as he can. Makes easy work of him and is now into P13. Bossman Sean 7/10 now behind Dexter. Lee Hoffner then on the back of Jordan. That's a horrible camera angle. And it's quite frustrating to see also down there. He's had the pace. Had the pace in Japan. Made an error, had the pace at Mexico. He's been strong all week in the sweat sessions. Taken out though by Lee Hoffner, who is looking feisty. But Jack making a very early pit stop. The top two continuing to stay out again. Lee Hoffner will come back at Jordan now then. Pills to the right hand side. Oh, giving Jordan the right good squeeze there was Lee Hoffner. He retakes then the lead of this Grand Prix. Jordan now will be coming back at him. Again, thinks better off it. Alistair then on the back now. Smokey just coming down the start finish straight. Can he find a way past 12? He will get the DRS. Bossman Sean's found his way past Dexter. Gaining and gaining is that Alfa Romeo. Goes to the left hand side. Makes the move on Smokey J's. And is into P12, maybe a bit naughty. But now 7th, 8th and 9th all battling away. Bossman Sean, Dexter, Colin Hoffner. It's Jack in traffic. No, he's got some nice clean airs. That's what he would have wanted. Into the pits now comes Lee Hoffner. So Jordan staying out again. Lee Hoffner is in. M. Shep is also in. Where will now Jack be in contention of these guys? Does he have wing damage? He hit the wall pretty hard there. Don't think he does. Jack Craig, sorry about that. Lee Hoffner, I was waiting for the camera to pan round. Lee Hoffner then has got the fresher tyres, but is behind him. Dominic promoted then into P8 with other drivers making their pit stops. Alistair makes it into P11 as well. So just outside the points now for him.
Hey Mexico.
Mexico hates you.
Boring race. You just spent the second half of the race just. Oh,
Single
I don't like
file.
this circuit. Get out, get off the ground.
Colin Hoffner then up behind Dexter. That is a blatant corner cut from Colin Hoffner. That's massive. Well, Tom thought strict corner cutting would help people. Stop being stupid. I don't know if that's worked. Jordan then. He's finally into the pit. So early 9 continuing. Jack will easily jump him. What about Lee Hoffner? These two were battling. Here comes Jordan now. Lee Hoffner sailing past him. So he's got now some time to gain. He might even drop behind Bossman Sean here. Dom's out.
Fuck!
Out at the final corner. I'm smelling that. Are you? Says he didn't like the circuit and then bend it.
Shut up.
Here comes Colin
I was
Hoffner
on
now.
P8, thank you very much.
Here comes Jordan on the back of Bossman Sean. Can he find a way past? Can he find a way past the Ferrari? Not what he would have wanted.
Sean can win this race here.
Only other 9 yet to make a pit stop in this Grand Prix. All over the back now, Bossman Sean.
Oh, Sean.
That's my third penalty, so I'm not exactly in contention, to be fair.
That doesn't mean get more. Jordan then on the back of Osman Sean Allen finally comes into the pit lane on lap 10. He will absolutely sail past this Ferrari. Did he will. Dexter having to now go defensive as well from Kong Hoffner. He'll sail past that Mercedes. Can he get it slowed down? Indeed he does, and into P5 he goes. Pazza sets another first lap of the Grand Prix.
Oh no.
Not quite sure what he's smoking. But he's starting to catch up now to the back of Alistair. No way the sauce will go the distance. Well, this race is fun. It's just single file to the main straight.
Told you, Mexico. Well, many plans for the weekend, Aiden? Got any exciting plans?
I might play some foot champs.
Yeah. Not sure I'll do that.
No plan, so.
It's better than the Mexican Grand Prix. What track's next? Are you going to say Brazil, Abu Dhabi?
Final three races, USA, Abu Dhabi, and yeah, Brazil in between those two. You are correct.
We'll have some title fight coming on the TGB series. I don't know if I'm working though, so you might have to settle the soft thing, I'm afraid.
Oh no. No stream next week.
Lee Hoffner then really starting now to reel in Jack Craig, who has little to none battery left. Lee Hoffner then on the back of the Alfa Romeo. That's a horrible camera angle. Does he think about it? Switches to the right hand side. Can he make the move? They're still side by side. He does indeed, and enter the lead of this Grand Prix. Jordan is now on the back of Jack. This is exactly what he would have wanted. He needs to get past that Alfa Romeo to even just close that gap by 2 to 3 points. Jack looks like he's really struggling. That mediums will now be starting to go off. Jordan pushing him around the corner. M-Ship is out of this session. Smokey J sends the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Bazza's found his way past Alistair as well.
It's an insane holding up. It's great for me.
Jordan needs to be smart, just wait for the straight. No need to get too
Not
close,
Sean
get
Itson.
something damage.
Not if Sean hits him like that. Naughty boy. Jordan, do you use manual ERS?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know more.
Gaining and gaining on Jack. Will they go for it? Has he got faith in the brakes? Thinks better off it. Alistair has found his way into P9 then, with Colin Hoffner coming into the pit lane, but here comes Jordan again on Jack. Under pressure now is that Alfa Romeo. Has he got faith in the brakes this time? No, again, thinks better off it. M-Ship has now left the session. Jordan again thinking better off it through there. Needs to be so close on circuit. Pretty much wearing each other's gearboxes. Oh, Jack very slow through there. Really struggling is that Alpha. Most defensive, Jordan on the left hand side. Again, he'll probably just wait for the DRS straight. That's probably wise. I think Sean should do the same as well. Just wait for that DRS straight. You'll probably both sail past him.
Oh,
Hit him again.
The ball was slow through there.
You ever heard of the brake pedal, Sean?
Aye.
Jordan then. He'll have the DRS. His run keeps getting compromised. He's not going to be able to do anything this time around. Possibly Sean's too far back to try anything as well. Alistair will now be on the back of Azza coming in to turn 1 here. He will have the DRS.
John's got to go for it, surely.
Not close enough, but now here comes Jordan. The sooner he gets past Jack, maybe Bossman Sean can have a crack at him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck, seriously?
Even if he does beat him, Jack will beat him by a country mile. Because of those penalties. Chris Johnson picks one up as well, so not a great race for Alistair and Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson spinning it on the first lap, I believe it was. And then Alistair being taken out by Lee Hoffner. Here we go though. Jordan and Jack. They're just so slow through here. Not quite sure what they're doing.
Jack Craig's tyres are struggling, aren't they? Jordan can't get through.
Sean gets through there without hitting him. Well done. Now Jordan has the best run he's had. Lap 15 of this Grand Prix. We'll have the DRS. Get it into overtake Sunshine. Get maximum power. Run the outside of Jack. Can't quite do it. Boss was shot all over the back of these guys as well. Can he try again? He will have the DRS again. After the overtake giving you maximum power in gear 7 and 8. Hot lap is good for the lower gears. Gear 1 to 6, but 7 and 8 is when overtake really kicks in. Overtake pretty much useless in the lower gears, doesn't really do much. But at the moment on the back, still if Jack Craig can't find his way past. And if he is going to be a champion in waiting, Jordan, he's got to make the move. The rear, looking better off it there. Again, he'll probably just wait for the DRS straight. Don't need to try it now. It's pointless doing it now. Just can't get the run out of these corners. Jack has a lot more battery as well than Jordan. So he can turn up the engine when he wants. Getting the slipstream, Jordan. You ain't going to gain if you don't do that. See the difference it's making.
Oi, 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 oi.
Sean maybe missed.
Come on, Jordan.
His breaking point. He's got to find a way past Jack now. Running out of laps. Bring back the old F1 commentary line. You've only got a few laps to pass this guy, so if you're going to do it, it needs to be soon. Inverness fan has found his way past Baza into turn 1, but has a few penalties to compensate for that, so really needs to build up a gap if he wants to keep 8th place. Jordan now on the back. You see the confidence that Jordan has through there. Kong Offer's actually been disqualified from the session. It's not like if Rebel Kim at least a point. Again, you'll think better off it. Shot right up behind these guys as well. Jack, I don't think he's got the best run there, so this could be Jordan's best chance now.
Got to send the slipstream. Got to
Get in
send
the slipstream!
I don't know why he wasn't going in it.
Here he comes now, this could be the moment. Defending very aggressively. Still round the outside as Jordan Bush will turn to the inside, then the outside. He'll get DRS now for the drug. To the sector 1 split time. I was going to say the corner, but I don't know which corner. And I do believe he is now past. He is.
Nice. Now can Sean get through? That'd be great news for Jordan if he can.
But bear in mind that Jordan, not Jordan, Botman's on so many penalties.
It'll help Jordan pull a gap though.
Will indeed. See the fuel light actually on the Ferrari.
These parts are dead.
You see the gap he's pulled there on Jack already, just through that section alone. Dexter's closing in on these guys as well. How's the straight line speed, Sean?
Good. No.
Will he find his way
Let's
past
see if he can get past just elite shot.
the Alpha?
No DRS for elite shots.
No DRS. Yeah, no DRS for the Alpha, but there is DRS now for the Ferrari on the last lap of the Grand Prix.
I've not gone off the RS.
Next DRS, possibly.
That never mind, but disqualified.
Points for Smokey.
That puts Alison up to 7th then. Chris Johnson
You know
all
what?
over
I
the back
probably
of her
wouldn't have
the
gotten
line as
many
well.
points in the first place.
Jordan has to be 3 seconds clear of these shots. He has a 3-second additional penalty. He has to be 3 seconds clear of his title rival. Currently 2.3, half a lap to go.
Got another one.
2.4.
He's got another one.
Oh, well, never mind.
Well, coming through the stadium section. Will his win stand after Stewards review? Not sure, but Lee Hoffner will win the Mexican Grand Prix.
Oh, Dexter passes the lead shots. What a move, and then it goes wide. And then Shots takes the place back.
Jordan will be second, so that could have been it then.
Dexter might get second here.
He will.
He doesn't. He gets
So
third.
not good for Jordan at all. He tries playing Erlen Ang.
Oh dear. That's Jordan's title race out. He's bottled
Will
it.
Alistair stay 7th? He has a lot of penalties as well. Not sure if he did or not. Yes, he did. Also did
He
stay
didn't need that
7th
penalty.
then.
He didn't need that penalty. He would have got second. Instead, he gets 5th.
Would have got a podium if he pit. But not great for him at all. Not good for them. But there is Lee Hoffner winning the Mexican Grand Prix. And I'll get my Dom Smith insights as well, just to round off.
I'm
straight.
horribly disappointed that I got disqualified in the last lap. Like lap 9 or something I can take.
Casper makes it 9 winners from 9 races. Wow. Chris and Alistair recovering to 6th and 7th. Good results for them after what happened on lap 1.
Yeah, very disappointing. Could have been so good for Alistair this week. This was probably the last week to really put his name in there, throw his name into the ring. But I do believe he's all but out of it now. So there then is the Mexican Grand Prix results.
Who got fastest lap?
Jordan.
Yeah.
Con Hoffner.
He
He
got
got
But no one gets the point. Yeah, so no one gets the point.
So Colin Hoffner then getting disqualified, so not getting the fastest lap point then. Well, that has been it from tonight in TGP2. Join us next week, Wednesday, 7:10 for the final week of TGP2 and a title fight going down to the wire. You've got Jack Cray currently leading, then you've got Jordan and Chris Johnson. And will Goings be there for the final week? Probably not. So we've got 3 cars all fighting for the World Championship, and it will be USA, Brazil and Abu Dhabi.